A pilot episode's purpose is to get the audience hooked so they would like to watch the series. And one pilot that really got me so hooked is the pilot of the Blacklist.
And I'm supposed to believe you?
No, of course not.
Before I start reading, I just want to say I don't know if this is the final version of the script or if they made some more changes, but it's either way it's very good to analyze it anyway and read through it and see what you can find for good knowledge in a teaser. We hear restless voices, screaming children. The swell of 100 fighting languages tells us we're stuck in line at Interior US Costumes Day. The place is packed, smells like travel. Among this dizzy mob, one very composed American commands our attention. He approaches the window and opens his passport. Meet Raymond Reddington, dignified, worldly. He wears a perfectly tailored suit and carries himself with a sense of purpose. I really like how they describe him because it feels like he has like the sense of a purpose, and that's just like, if you have seen Blacklist, he's very have a sense of purpose. He's like everywhere and he has a purpose. And he is smart and he's always articulating stuff. And I'm like, oh, he's so smart and, you know, can talk anyone off their chair. Custom agents. Where have you been, sir? Singapore business. And where are we headed? Home. Red smiles. His confidence is magnetic. As the agent stamps his passport, Meltorm is driving, coming home baby. Senses hurling through. Exterior Washington, D.C. day. We dance through the capital city, the National Mall, the Lincoln Memorial. The pace is energetic and bright as. Here they move real fast through different locations. I just get the sense that it's moving fast. Red is chauffeured through, anyway, I don't know how to pronounce that, sorry. Through the city by a man in a grey flannel suit. Passing monuments reflecting the glass of his limo as Red rolls down the window, rings his hometown on Pennsylvania Avenue. This is also a way how to like move down in the screenplay by just doing like on Pennsylvania Avenue. That makes me really feel like I want to continue down instead of doing exterior Pennsylvania Avenue. That's kind of like, I don't know, it makes me move forward in the text faster, I think. Red steps from the car, finds himself standing in the shadow of a daunting concrete structure. He looks up, delighted to see the words attached in the facade. J. Edgar Hoover Building. Inside FBI headquarters. Red strides through the lobby with purpose. He's been here before, belongs here, finds his way to a female guard at the security desk. Red, good afternoon. I'm here to see Assistant Director Harold Cooper. Do you have an appointment? Tell him it's Raymond Reddington. The guard goes and calls upstairs. Red waits, takes in the details around him. The bulletproof glass, the American flag, the display on the 10 most wanted on the lobby wall. Red takes off his jacket, folds it neatly, and places it on the ground next to his briefcase. The female guard listens to the voice on the other end of the line, watching Red as he lowers himself to his knees over the FBI seal in the terrazzo floor. A passing sees this looks uneasy. This makes me really, like, I remember watching this and, like, now reading it, like, you right away you start thinking, like, why is he doing like that? I actually think he's gonna do something bad, like, violent or, like, bomb or anything. They really, like, got my attention because he's acting odd in a nice manner some way. And that's very important to make you want to keep watching, and this for sure makes me want to keep reading. So the poor guard on the phone can hardly comprehend what she's hearing. She follows Red's eyes, sees what Red sees. He's staring at the picture of his own face among the 10 most wanted. So this is really nice because they capture the 10 most wanted. Oh, I accidentally added a red line there, I guess. But that's really nice to capitalize because this is like, for the first time, we're like, okay, he's not here because he's a cop or on some other agenda. He's dangerous and wanted. That makes the whole premise like of him being a criminal, the most wanted, walking into FBI. It's like, it's so good. Red claps his hands behind his head. Capitalized claps his hands because it's something really need to have attention. It's very important for the scene. Because that's like, you know, he's gonna be, they're gonna get him. Because that's why he's here. Closes his eyes. The guard calls for backup, but before she can muster the words, alarm sounds. Metal curtains drop over the windows. The entire FBI goes into lockdown as FBI police swarm Red, weapons drawn and screaming into the radios. But Red's calm, proud perhaps. As he's thrown to the ground, his expression tells us this is a day Red has anticipated for years. We drift up, over the chaos, past the American flag. The FBI's number 4 most wanted had just surrendered. And I think like how they write hasn't just surrendered. That's like more like you would read in a book, but it really give me like, it's a nice touch to make it more like you want to keep on reading, because this is really like the most wanted has surrendered, and that's like the whole idea of this pilot. And this makes me wonder, like, why is he here? What is he gonna do? Why does he want to get captured by the FBI? Like, that's what a criminal would like the least, in my opinion, or in their opinion. And I think my initial thought is that this is the inciting incident, like he's the number 4 wanted and he has just surrendered. Because before this, the story could go either way. Like, he could go there and have an appointment with, and he could be anyone. Like, but this is the inciting incident, like a criminal getting caught. This makes the story like switch to something else. Because before this, he could be like anyone, but he's not. He's one of the wanted, and he's caught. Interior made, NSA, same. A Winter Stafford rushes into the packed boardroom. Paul Desai, Assistant Director of Counter-Terrorism, Harold Cooper, 52. He's sworn by life. A natural cynic. The Stafford whispers. A natural cynic? The Stafford whispers. Cooper, thunderstruck. How is that even possible? Yeah, you know. Interior rooftop, FBI headquarters, same. A Sikorsky S-76 lands and delivers Cooper, who is met by Agent Donald Ressler, 42, square jaw and seasoned. This job is his life. Oh, you don't think? It's funny because I really like Ressler, and he's always crashing cars in the whole show. Anyway, they duck the routers, shouting over the shopper. Ressler, Washington field officer. I'm the case agent on Reddington. When did this happen? Under an hour ago. Cooper, we confirm it's actual him. Ressler, it's him alright. Prints match, tattoos, he even volunteer classified details about our Brussels missions in 08. Cooper, what happens in Brussels? Ressler, sir, we tried to kill him, sir. I think this is a really nice way to, like, if you haven't, if you're not one of them and you don't know this, because this is really telling the audience like some background information. It's somewhat lazy because you just give it to them, but I also think it's very important, like in cop shows, because otherwise no one is gonna like keep up. Like, there's usually so much background information about the cases and stuff. So this is like to keep everyone on the same page and know what's gonna happen. Interior security nest, FBI, same. FBI sits behind glow control panels. Monitors cover the walls. The screen depict various angels of red chained to the floor. Cooper nears a monitor, captivated. Cooper cries, it really is him. This is a way to like help the actor like to really get stuck on one word, like by underlining it. It's a nice way if you want to give some directing on page. He turns to the glass and approaches Ressler. So see like how they don't have that much details in the story, like how it's what it looks like, because I think that's because otherwise if you have that much details you should write a book basically, and you want to get the fluff out because you don't have that much space. Even in captivity, Red carries himself with unquestionable presence. Ressler came in with a briefcase containing every alias he's ever used. Most of them we have never heard of. Cooper, what's he want? Ressler, don't know. Won't talk. The guy's a goddamn stunt. Cooper watches Red, unsettled, as we hear Ressler off screen. Raymond Red Reddington grew up the son of an army brat. Interior war room scene. Ressler briefs a packed room of agents, analysts, and legal staffers. Classified images fill giant monitors overhead. Ressler. He attended West Point, top of his class. By 30, he was an intelligence officer in the army, made captain, military liaison officer to the NSA. It's a life in photos, the American dream. Ressler. Then in 1990, Reddington headed home to see his wife and daughter for Christmas. He never arrived. This is also like background information that the audience need to know. We see a crime scene photo of a snow-covered hatchback on a desolated mountain road. But this, I think this gives a lot of room for like the director, because there's a lot of line, like the dialogue takes a lot of space, and it's not like he's standing like talking like this, so you need to fill it out something, so that's up to the director. So I guess it works, because otherwise you really don't want the characters just keep on babbling forever. Ressler, his vehicle was discovered along a stretch of Highway 33 in the Allegheny Mountains. Christmas gifts for his wife and kid in the back of the car. We see snapshots of search parties and newspaper headlines. Ressler, there were searches, candlelight vigils, no answers. This guy up and disappeared from the face of the earth. The screen go dark. They originate with single surveillance photo of a ghostly image, a bearded shadow of a man. Ressler. Until 4 years later, the US military secret started turning up in South Asia. The leak was traced to Reddington. Turns out he was trading military strategies with New Delhi, brokering arms deals for North Koreans 4 years after going AWOL. This decorated solo emerged as an enigma. But there is kind of a lot of information, and I myself kind of snooze out. But anyway, I guess it's of importance for later in this show, and I actually don't really remember everything because the show goes on forever. We struck with a barrage of classified photos, read in secret meetings in exotic countries, the birth of a legend. The birth of a legend, you don't say. Yeah, I like how they actually use word like birth of a legend. It's like more telling than showing, but I like it. It's like I'm team adding some new stuff, like extra stuff to make the reading pleasant. Anyway, Ressler. His military background will lead you to believe he's some sort of a spy, but he's not. This guy's an equal opportunity offender, a facilitator of sorts who's built an enterprise brokering deals for fellow criminals. You know, he's orchestrated. Can I say that? Orchestrated. Anyway, assassination of federal inmates, laundered money for the mob, and bought judges only to have them killed. Last year, he personally negotiated a month-long case fire between the La Familia drug cartel and the Calderon government. He has no country, no political agenda. Best we can tell, Reddington's only allegiance is to the highest bidder. They call him something in the papers. Ressler, the concealer of crime. We linger on an eerie photo of Red, eyes locked on us. Eyes locked on us. Interior security next day. Ressler and Cooper are a little more than silhouettes looking through the window, watching Red in his interrogation cell. Cooper, call lab services. Have them fit him with a worship or feed tag. But that now is. Ressler, you think he's going somewhere? Cooper, not on my watch. They kind of like snarky and how they talk, like cop language. Interrogation Interior interrogation cell day. Red watches armed agents escort a doctor into his cell. The doctor loads a small ship the size of a grain of rice into a digital syringe. Injects the device into Red's shoulder. In the security nest, a scanner lights up. Beeps twice.
My goodness, and the world thinks I'm a criminal.
Tech, he's online. As Red's cell is vacated, the agents discuss what's next. Red rubs his shoulder, turns to a security camera. Red on the monitor. It appears someone with the authority to make decision has arrived. Good to see you again, Agent Cooper. He's so snarky because he knows who Harold Cooper is, obviously, because he wanted to see him, and he has planned this out. So it's like, even if he's captured, he's like a smart ass, if you ask me. And that's how he is through the whole show. He wants to control everything. The control room realizes Red is speaking to them through the security monitors. Cooper turns. The room falls silent. Red, we need to move quickly, and I know you have many questions. So let's begin with the most important one. Why I am here. I hope they're drilling outside. I hope you don't hear that. We intercut between the agents and Red, who speaks through the camera like some Orwellian tyrant. Red stands. This is like using intercut is very important because this is a way to save space instead of like going like this log line, this log line, this log line. They're here, because they're gonna later on they're gonna cut through it. I think, because they're talking to each other, so they are on different locations. So instead of like having all the slug lines all the time, this is a way to save space. It's smart. Red, I'm going to help you capture a criminal you don't even know exists. Ressler, what's he talking about? Cooper, turn it up. Red, of course, you're familiar with his crimes. Counterintelligence is monitoring his criminal enterprise through the Patriot Act. The Hague wants him for war crimes. CIA calls him the Serbian Ghost. Flat. I can tell you his real name is Ranko Samani. You want him. I want him. Let's say that for the moment our interests are aligned. Is this why he wanted to be captured? We will find out. Cooper can't believe what he's hearing. Cooper fed this through to the assistant AG of counterterrorism, Ressler. Get me and Justice on the phone. With a few keystrokes, an analyst brings up the dossier of Ranko Samani. Classified details unfold on the monitors. Analyst. Of his computer. Ranko Sinsara Samani, Serbian national, educated in the US, key player in the Yugoslav wars. Samani is a gaunt little man, haunting eyes. He wears a rash of chemical burns on his neck and jaw. Red continues to fill in details about Samani as an analyst. This is also nice, like as, and then add two lines there, and then because that makes you want to, at least for me, like go down in the screen. It just keeps me moving with my eyes, and it's a very nice way to keep the reader actually keep on going. An analyst becomes Cooper and shows him a classified file on the monitor. Cooper turns, walks directly into Red's interrogation cell. Agent Cooper, you're not trained in interrogation. He knows even what he can and cannot do. Cooper, I don't know what you think is gonna happen here, but this is Red. I'm giving you Samani. Cooper, Ranko Samani died 12 years ago. He's a non-existent threat. Red, and you believe that? Cooper, it's a fact. Serbian courts had him declared dead in 2008. Red, then a dead man just stepped off United 2A3 from Munich to Dulles. Cooper's expression goes flat as we smash cut to Interior Dulles interrogation airport scene. Agents are escorted through the terminal by airport police. In the control room, police annex flight manifests, roll back security footage. Agents freeze frame and an image of a man who's a little more than a twisted shadow. Twisted shadow, nice wording. His eyes just catch the camera. Ranko Samani, the Serbian Ghost, analyst off screen, entered the country under the name Sasha M. Shako. Interior War Room FBI scene. Images of the man flip across the screen as staff lawyers and analysts scramble to reconstruct what they know. Like a buzzing news word, the stream of income intel is constant. Analyst. Clear customers 10:56 a.m. Analyst number 2. Counterintelligence has financial indicators. Red helped Samani flee Cairo in February of 03. This is a lot of information. But I guess that's how... It's really like how the police work. They work with a lot of information, so it needs to be trustworthy, so it's good. Ressler storms into the room, voice booming. Ressler, okay, listen up, people. The lab just pulled a latent print of an airline armrest. 9 points of comparison. Saman's alive. Provoked. Number 4 does not surrender to settle a score. I want to know what these two are planning. Score every phone record, every bank account. Somebody tell me what is going on. This is him like showing like he needs to tell people what to do. And it's really like, I like it. And if you have watched Blacklist, I really think the actor made a great choice of playing Ressler, because I think I can really hear his voice when I read these lines. Interior, interrogation cell, FBI moments later. Agent Cooper sits down across from Red. Every camera in their nest is rolling. Cooper, you have my attention. Red, will you admit you were wrong? This is a nightmare. Cooper, I was wrong. Red, yes, you were wrong. Certainly not the first time. Now I'll give you some money, but first, here's the thing though. Like, if you cover the character's name, you're supposed to, by just reading the line, you're supposed to know, like, this is him speaking. And I think, like, with Red, I think I could. Like, if I were hiding it up, because he's so snarky. And, yeah, I think I could. Because that's, like, people speaking in different ways. So you're actually supposed to be able to tell who is saying so without even know the character's name on top. Cooper, no, but first, you don't decide anything. I'm in charge. All you do is talk. Red, Agent Cooper, you have overestimated your authority. I don't trust you. I don't even like you. I said I'll help you find some money, and I will. But from this point forward, there's only a very important rule. Fearless. I only speak with Elizabeth Keane. Da-da-da. Interior security nest. The agents blink in confusion. Glances are exchanged. Ressler. Who the hell is Elizabeth Keane?
Who the hell's Elizabeth Keane?
I think this is exactly my thinking. Like, who is that? And Ressler is really expressing the question the audience are wondering at this point. So yeah, I'm hooked. I really want to know who is this girl and why does Reddington want to see her. The thing that, like, what the pilot wants to do is creating questions. So people want to have the answers and keep on watching, basically. So far, this show has actually, the script has actually created so many questions for me. Like, who's Reddington? Okay, he's the most wanted, but like, who is he really? And what does he want? Like, why did he give himself in? And why does he want to capture the other guy? And like, what's their deal? And who is Elizabeth Keane? Like, why? And I mean, how does he know Agent Cooper? Like, what's their relationship in somewhat? Because they know each other from before. And then also Ressler, like, he has worked on Reddington for a long time. So there's just so many questions, and we're only 9 pages into this script. It's good. We smash cut 2. Interior dark bedroom dawn. A golden retriever licks the face of a sleeping woman. She pushes the dog away and squints on the blinking alarm clock. Lays back down. Suddenly jolts out of bed as, woman, crap. Her dazed husband sits up in his elbows. Husband, Lizzie, what's going on? Woman, power went out. I'm late. A series of fast cuts ignite the day. Ignite. I don't think that's how you say it. Shower on. Toaster loaded. Steam is wiped from the bathroom mirror, and we are giving our first good look at Elizabeth Keane, 36. She's worked out. The body of a dancer. I don't like how they describe her. The body of the dancer. It's so old-fashioned, like describing a female like the way she looks. The other characters got like, I can't remember how they pronounce him, but it was not about the body. So I don't know. Spirit of a fighter, that's good. She's a rebellious gutter punk past. That I like, but not describing her body. I think we need to work with not describing females with only body filters. Like, this is not only, but I really don't want it there. Because you don't read it. The body of the dancer. I don't care. Liz brushes her teeth. It's not like I would not want to keep on watching or reading just because I know she has a body of a dancer. Liz, mouth foaming. I miss my bus, babe. I'm gonna need to take the car. In the kitchen. They have really moved fast here. Like, just by some words like in the shadow, in the bathroom, in the, like, loading the toast. I mean, there's so many scenes here, and you can really see how they move fast through it. Just by doing this. Instead of having all the different slug lines. In the kitchen. And that's how they also do in the kitchen. Liz fumbles through the fridge. Her husband Tom, 40, stumbles into view. Tom's easygoing, the emotional glow. Not so good at morning. Who isn't? I'm not. He hopped into a leg of his pants. Heart racing as. I really like how they're describing, like, not good at mornings. It really tells how a person is in the morning. Like, either you're like, sunshine is in the air, or you're like me, like, oh, I need to wake up. Where is my breakfast? Tom, you can't take the car. I need the car. Feel to come in. Liz, we're out of milk. Tom, I can drive you. Liz closes the refrigerator door to find Tom standing there with 2 tourism brochures, one in each hand. Tom, Air and Space or the National Zoo. Liz flicks the zoo brochure. Liz, zoo's gender neutral. Then realizing, is this P? I'm standing in P. There's so much stuff going on here. It's hilarious. Tom, he's your dog too. In the bedroom, Liz yonks off her socks, checks the time. Liz calling out hurried. I'm gonna smell like a urinary tract infection on my first day. Tom off screen. Can't hear you. Remember, we have the last adoption meeting today. 1:30. In the kitchen, Tom scrapes the burnt char from a piece of toast and takes a giant bite. He stands in the other half of Liz, who buzzes past, takes a bite, grabbing her purse as... Tom, you heard me, right? 1:30. Liz, 1:30, last meeting, make or break. Don't worry about me, babe. I'll take the train from work and meet you there. Tom, I'm in the car. They have like a lot of undertone here, like how they talk. I'm in the car, that means like I'm going. I'm waiting there for you. That's like really how people speak. I really like the dialogue in these scenes because they make it very natural, and like how people speak, and like the facing is very good. And I have seen the scene, and then it's also very good facing, like with a lot of different angles and rooms and stuff. So I think this is really mirroring, or actually the scene is mirroring in the script. As Tom disappears into the hall, Liz tosses the burnt toast to the dog. She opens the fridge, grabs an apple. Who has an apple in the fridge? Tom, off screen. You got the keys? In my pocket. Liz, in my pocket. Tom, off screen. I got your coffee. These two are good. In locked sink step. You don't say. Outside the brownstone. Liz walks down the steps, apple in her teeth. She stops when she sees Tom standing by the car watching her. Liz, what? Tom, you. Liz, I forgot something. Tom smiles, marveling. Tom, we both woke up 7 minutes ago. My shirt's on backwards and my eyes can barely focus. You're dressed, composed, and as beautiful as you were the day we met. How can he know that when his eyes can't focus? Well, Liz, I'm forgetting something. Tom pulls Liz's FBI badge from behind his back. Almost forgot it. As she pockets the badge, we realize Liz is an FBI agent. But maybe I didn't know she was an FBI agent, but I know she is probably the woman Reddington was talking about, because she's named Liz and Elizabeth, and I remember like how they shot this in the pilot. The film on then talk like, who the hell is Elizabeth Keane, and then cut right to her face. I think they did something a bit different in the script here, but it's kind of like, for me at least, I'm kind of like assuming this is her. But I guess I didn't know she was an FBI agent. But now I know. She steps closer, looks into her Tom's eyes. Did you know she was an FBI agent just from the beginning of this scene? I don't think so, but add a comment below and let me know. Because in this scene, I think they address her like sleeping woman, and you don't really get to see her face. So for us, she's no one. But I think, if I remember right, they like cut to her waking up and you did actually see her. But that's maybe some, like, how they decided to direct it. But anyway, like, I really like how they wrote this, because, and they're describing her like a woman, because first she's no one, and then they add Elizabeth Keen. Let's get back to it. Liz, you know, I'm not going to let this job come between us and our family. We want a family. We're gonna have a family. Today's the day. So, we can do this. He holds her eyes. Holds her eyes. Ow! That's weird. I guess they mean, if I would guess, that they eyes lock, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me being Swedish and don't really get it. I assume their eyes are meeting. Tom, I'm proud of you, Lizzie. You worked hard for this. Nervous? Liz, no, I'm good. I just don't want any more big surprises today. We'll see about that. Tom pulls Liz close and they kiss, but their embrace is interrupted by a low, thunderous rumble. Leaves rustle. The rumbling swells as they look overhead to see a helicopter rising over the brownstone. Police cars emerge out of nowhere, jump the curb, cordon off a large area of the park across the street where the shopper lands. Agent Ressler exits, running toward Liz. Ressler, Agent Keen? He flashes his badge. Liz blinks in with disbelief. Ressler, Donald Ressler, Washington Field Office. I need you to come with me right away. Liz holds out her finger, dangling the keys to Tom. Liz, dumbstruck. I don't think I'll need a car. Cut to black. End of this. This is a great first act. Like, I have seen this show, I have seen this scene several times, and I'm hooked anyway. It just runs so smoothly. You really want to keep on reading it. Dialogue is fast pacing. The characters are good. You really want to know stuff about them, and I think how they give these characters like a way to get stuck on the same page. I was gonna say, like, how Ressler and Liz ends up getting to each other just in this first act. And I think this is really good because you don't really know what they want. You don't know what they want to do with Liz. You don't know why Reddington wants to see her and only speak with her. And there's so many questions just by this teaser. And I assume they would go, because this is the thing. In a pilot, like in TV shows overall, you want to have like a cliffhanger at the end of each act. And this is really a cliffhanger, like they get together. And now she is probably gonna go to the FBI. And you're also wondering, like, would she work with them? Because she's an FBI agent. But is this her new job? You don't really know. And also, like, now, if they will go to commercial, I for sure would want to come back, because that's the thing with cliffhangers, how they did it back in the days. They wanted people to come back after commercial, so they need to have like a big cliffhanger where something is really exciting and something happens. It's like, what? So people would come back to watch it. And I think this is, yeah, it's great how they did it. On 12 pages is the first act. So much information during those pages. And how they jumped down on the page and not having too many slug lines and doing intercuts and people speaking a lot, but with a purpose. Like, the dialogue is there for a reason and a lot of stuff going on at the same time. I like it. It's a very good act. So this is a new format for this channel where I will read through screenplays and analyze them and say what I'm thinking out loud while I'm reading them, because I think it's a great way to analyze scripts, and I thought I would bring you with me because maybe we can learn from each other. And I know there's a lot of information with the screenplays, and they're long, so I would for now do the one act each time, because I think it will be too much. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing, and please add a comment below. Do you like this new format? Do you want me to continue? And do you have like a wish for another screenplay you want me to cover? And do you want to analyze it with me? Add comments. I think this is a fun way to analyze screenplays, and I hope you are going to be with me.
Mr. Mason Dieterle in the flesh. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner.
And I'm supposed to believe you?
Of course not. I'm a criminal. Criminals are notorious liars.